Hey guys, welcome back to my agenda where we think highly of ourselves and we're kind to others because if we aren't, then who will? Today we're going to be focusing on the eyebrows and just how I do them, really. It takes me about 5 minutes to do my brows every day. There are good days and bad days, obviously. When you see me without my brows, girl, it's okay to laugh. It's okay because I look absolutely crazy. I have managed to pull them all off again. I did use Revitabrow and grew them completely back, and I am tweezer happy. I am basically bald headed when it comes to eyebrows. I draw them on. I don't leave the house without them. If you're interested in how I achieve this look, make sure you stay tuned. And if you have tips and tricks on how I can make this process a little easier, let me know down in the comments below. Make sure that if you enjoy content like this, you like, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell. We're about to go on and get into it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, turn on your notification bell. Go on and get your chuckles out the way. I told y'all I was bald-headed. I was not lying. Okay, so I use this little brush that has a spoolie on the end of it. It is a darker taupe color. I also use this Revlon pencil that is a lighter brown color. I use this brush that I bought at the Dollar Tree years ago. It's my favorite. I love it. I also use this Benefit brow gel. And then I also set the brows with this Hourglass translucent setting powder. And first we're going to go in and we're just going to brush our brows. And yeah, the brows that I do have, we're gonna brush. It's kind of funny, huh? Look how bold they are. I'm just pointing that out, shaking my head. With that being said, we're gonna go in with this Revlon, I believe. I'm not even sure. I think it's a Revlon pencil. You always want to make sure that your pencil is sharp. For me, that's how the lines are a little more precise. I draw these lines before I go in and fill anything in. So I pull from the inside of the brow up to where I want the point of my brow, and then from the point I draw down to the corner of the eye. Then that leaves kind of a triangle shape, and here you see me filling that in, making it a little more rounded. It takes a couple of tries, but that's okay because at the end we do go in with a Q-tip and clean things up. There you go. Now I'm focusing on the top of the brow, and I am just recreating that line. So at this point I am pulling down to where I want the brow to end. I do use my finger a lot to kind of clean things up along the way. I tend to like my brows a little more, I guess, pointed on the ends. I don't know, I just think they're pretty that way. And you can do whatever you like. Again, none of this is permanent. You can always pull it off. There I was just gauging where the point of the eye was. It's usually like on the outer third part of my eye. So I put a little dot. So when I go to pull this line, because this brow is so much more like sparse, I try to make that line even as possible. Yes, they don't look very good right now, but that's because I haven't gone in and buffed them. That's what that brush is for. I am literally just drawing the shape of the brow. I use the pinching method of my fingers to kind of pinch some of the product off. Here, I'm going underneath. You see I made an error, but that's okay. We're just going to keep pulling that line up and creating the shape of the brow, trying to get it as close to the one on the other side as possible. They do not have to be twins, guys. They need to be cousins. Sometimes they're like not related at all. I don't know if you guys have heard that joke or not, but hey, they just need to be presentable. So that line kind of dipped a bit. I'm filling it in. Okay, so that's basically the shape. They are very, very, very basic right now and not colored in at all. So I use this brush that I got. I love this brush. It was 99 cents. I have not been able to find it. I refuse to throw this brush away. The top part used to be green. You can see it's brown. It's like stained permanently from whatever I happen to be using to do my brows. I used to use like a gel process, but I just really like this pencil process. You see how you blend in toward the inner part, toward like where your unibrow would be, and it kind of creates a shadow, which is really just a light color of the pencil. So that's what I do. Where it's very sparse, I just kind of buff that pencil out that I just put on, and it starts to look a little more natural in my opinion. Not that there's anything natural about having to color and draw your brows on, I understand. Anyways, so here I am. I just kind of fill those blank spots in with the pencil that I just put on, and I use that brush to color everything in. Any imperfections we're gonna go on and get at the end. I do try to just be mindful and clean some things up along the way. Here I'm continuing to color in those sparse areas. That Revlon pencil that I used is a little bit lighter. I also pull out some strays along the way. This pencil is much, much thinner and a finer point, and it's a darker color. I love this little thing. You can buy them all over the place. You can get them from MAC. You can even buy them from like Target, CVS and stuff like that. I use this to recreate some hair strokes that are darker, and this helps make things look more realistic. The parts that are kind of like super sparse, I just try to throw like a fake little hair on here, guys. And I do this on both sides. Again, nothing has been set, it's not permanent, so if you accidentally make a mistake, grab your Q-tip, or use your finger, wipe it off, and then go back in. See, the bottom part there is a little bit sparse. I'm gonna go back in right there, place a couple of fake hairs. They're a little too bold for my liking, and they don't match the other side, so I use my little brush and buff them out, and that makes everything look a little bit better. Here we go. I'm going in and getting any imperfections up with my Q-tip. I'm not the person that like contours the eyebrow, and women that do that, their eyebrows look so immaculate, and I honestly just don't have the patience, and I've never really tried to do that. I just do my brows the way I do them, and hey, that is what it is. I will say I try to be a little careful with the Q-tip just because it tends to take makeup off if you're a little too rough. Again, we're not really looking for perfection, or at least I'm not. I just want things to be even and really kind of look, you know, symmetrical. I don't want a block eyebrow and then a super rounded eyebrow. With that, when I'm done getting the shape that I want, I go in with a translucent setting powder and I put that all over the brow. That way these brows are set and, you know, they'll be sweat resistant, water resistant. Then after I set the brows, you can see they're turning really light, which is fine because we're about to go in with our Benefit brow gel, and that is going to create hair texture. That way they actually look like it's hair. All the hairs that you do have, the gel kind of sticks to it, and it just kind of creates this illusion of like hair instead of a drawn on effect. The last step is going in one more time, picking up anything that you may not be happy with, and then I'm going to add these lashes just to show you guys again how much they change your face. Even mascara would have been good at this point. I really love this eye look that I created today. At the end, I set my entire face with setting spray, and then I go in and pop on my lashes, and that is typically how I do my look. It's very simple. Again, these lashes will be linked below. They are company eyebrow that I am partnered with. Make sure you take advantage of the discount code that is linked below. Yes, it is affiliate. I make a little bit of money off of it, not a whole ton. Thank you so much for being here. If you have tips and tricks, make sure you leave them down below, because I would ideally like to roll my brows back and keep them on, but that's just something that I'm dealing with. I know that's not going to work for me. Anyway, thank you guys. Take care. Share love always, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.